Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Good day to you, anywhere you are listening. My name is Yemi Odale. I'm a market analyst at FX Pro. And this is another weekly outlook. And let's see what we have in the market as opportunities for the week. Starting from the fundamental outlook on forexfactory.com, focusing on high impact news and bank holidays only from the Sunday or from the Monday 9th of June till 13th of June, which is Friday, last trading day of the week. Let's see the information we have from the fundamental perspective. A lot is going on right now in the fundamental space. We will get there. Now, starting from the Monday, June 9, we have bank holiday on Swiss franc, euro, and that's bank holiday on German bank, French bank, and we see that. So we are not expecting much more momentum, but recently bank holidays doesn't even really care about momentum in the market because we had a lot of volatility on such days. In the past few weeks, we've seen that bank holidays more really moving, but then there is also a possibility that we do not have much momentum around those currencies. Right. On Tuesday, we do not have any high impact news, and straight up to the next, which is the Wednesday, June 11th, we have US dollar coming up 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, which is the call CPI. And for some times now, CPI has really been moving in the market and the volatility is quite significant. So I think you should focus on this particular day and this particular time to trade this fundamental if you could interpret it very well. Then on Thursday, we have that coming up on Great Britain pounds 7 a.m. Nigerian time, which is about GDP. We have US dollar coming up again on at 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, which is called PPI. And of course, you should remember that after the CPI, we have the PPI. So let's see how this relates. And also, these tends to be come with volatility, quite significant volatility. Last day of the week, which is Friday, 3 p.m. Nigerian time, we have US dollar prelim consumer sentiment. And this also may likely put some weight in the market. Not sure yet, but it's a news that we should be looking forward to. And of course, if you have made a lot of profits for the week, then you can jump out of the market before the news. But of course, this week we're expecting much to happen on night. That's Monday. We will see how China and US will relate, and we can tell what the SY will do. We'll know what to decide from there. Elon Musk and Donald Trump, that is having it ought to. We need to see how that will end, whether that will impact dollar negatively or impact dollar positively. Of course, we've seen significant drop on Tesla stock. We've seen the loss of Elon Musk by $32 billion. We've seen a lot going on already, but let's see what fundamental we tend to push for this week on DXY. Going into the technical, without further ado, let's see what we have on the weekly time frame on technical analysis, checking DXY. This is what we have right here. For the couple of weeks now, we've been having this range in the market all along. From here, since the market started doing this, we've been having this range. And of course, when you look at that, it puts significant level to what we're doing because we were looking for buy and sell. And of course, we can't do that just like that. We need to check every time frame to see the setup that really goes well with our buyers. And then we have this on weekly time frame. Last week, actually, I don't want to take out this because I will use them for my illustration for our time frame. So just manage it, okay? So right here, so let me just do this. Last week, we had this bearish candle and it pushed below to clear the previous lower week and close above it. This is still a bearish candle, showing us a bullish momentum. And of course, we had this previous low and highs. Where are the dealing ranges that we have in this context on the weekly time frame analysis? But then let's see what happened then. Let's see what this looks like on the daily time frame. So let's go lower. So we have a lot of places we are expecting the price to react from, like a place like this. This is a place like this. This is a lower price level. The market has not gotten here yet, but ideally the market has already started showing a bullish momentum after liquidity was grabbed on Thursday. So this was Friday, bullish momentum right here. So with this bullish momentum on DXY, it means Euro USD, AUD, and Great Britain pounds US dollar will be selling on Friday. That's the meaning. So with this now, are we expecting more bullish momentum to complete this range with this massive bearish candle to get to this high price level as 100.48, or we expect a little bit of back and forth into this range again? But the way it's looking bullish, and even when we look at our all-time expectation right here, we're expecting some level of bullishness from this range. a level of bullishness to break out, probably coming here or coming here. But that's by the way. But let's go up with what we have currently in the market, what is going on, and let's see how we can make some decisions based on that. So on the 4-hour time frame, this was what we have right here. This was the previous high level, and this was the level, this was the level, this was the low level. So we are working within these two ranges. And of course, this looks pretty familiar. In the community, I share this oftentimes. More like we're expecting this level to complete its leg into this price range before we have that. But of course, if the market gets into this price level, it's a very deep retracement, of course. And this also can really mean a buy momentum in the market. So without confusion, let me take out this. And of course, let me take out this. And then let's see what I want to do. We have a liquidity pull out through this price range, and we've not seen the price coming back in. And with the way the price is looking, if we are able to get a little bit of significant bearish momentum as a retracement, we can be expecting the price to come in there in the future. And anytime we see a favorable gap zone like this, whereby it's closing below the previous high, then it's looking more potential that price come in there before we have that buy momentum. So ideally, I'll be expecting a little bit of sell into this price range, and we have a buy on the DXY. Believing fundamental doesn't mess up with this, and if it does, we care less. We just join the direction the fundamental is pointing us to join. And ideally, this is the best way to trade. You don't over expect or hold on too tight on any price level. We wait for price to do its thing, and we follow suit. So this is for our favorite gap zone, and this is what I mean. So I'll be waiting for the price to come into this range and for me to see significant pull up from there. That is on DXY. Now let's go to the other guys. We have, let me start from the weekly. Already we know what's going on monthly, so I just want to make it faster. On weekly time frame, we have our contest as well, daily ranges from here to here. So we're working with these daily ranges, and look at what the market has done over time. Bearish momentum, bullish momentum. So back and forth, we can tell that we're actually been ranging within all of this price level. We've been ranging back and forth, back and forth. But clearly speaking, last week took out the previous high level we had in the market and ended as a bullish candle, but a lot of rejection. And we can see that over 70% of this candle was rejected and turned to a weak. Right, you can see that. So if I do something like this, you see this is the candlestick for last week, took out the previous high level of the candlestick and closed below it right here as a bullish candle, but above the body of the previous week candle. And that tells a lot about what we should be expecting for this week. Going to the daily time frame outlook, let's see what that means. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all ranged. On Friday, we had a sell back into this range, all still range. So basically, the only spectacular thing that happened there was that on the Thursday, we had the markets breaking out the previous high level for the week and creating the hot time high for the week and closing below the same price level. And with that, now Thursday, Friday showed us a bearish momentum. With this bearish momentum, we should be expecting more sell or we should be expecting more bullish momentum, and let's see how that interprets on a lower time frame, because ideally when we look at what we're looking for on the daily time frame on Euro USD, is going to be another game. It's going to be another ball game entirely, because right here, even on the weekly, let me show the weekly. Look at the weekly that we had. Can you see the weekly time frame? Can you see the template? So this has been our anticipation for a long time. And of course, we are expecting the fundamental to play out in a way. And anyhow it play out, okay, we're going to see momentum back and forth, and we just want to react. But basically, technically, this is what we've been looking at. I've been chasing this for some times now. I've been waiting on this bullish run. But right now, it's looking like we have a first leg of truth to the upside, little bearish momentum, back and forth break of the structure right here. Little bit of momentum back and forth here. The market has not taken out this high. So are we expecting a bit of sell momentum into this range before the buy continues? That's what I can answer now. And that's why we're going to a lower time frame. So going to the daily time frame, we've seen an idea of what we're looking for on the weekly time frame, and this basically is an entire range for last week. Apart from that, we took out the previous week high and we created a new high for the week and closed below it. So right now, what are we expecting on this market? So on this particularly, we have our contest, our daily ranges, 1, 2, right here. The price has been sharing, I've been showing bullish run, bullish run, bullish run, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and higher lows, higher highs, and higher lows. I share that in the community, just like we had in the DXY, where it has been sharing lower lows and lower highs, inverse of this. And that we're only expecting the price. I was expecting the price to actually tap here. When the price tap into this range, then I can actually sell with confidence or continue buying with confidence. So basically what the price is showing now is more or less like, look at this. It's more or less like we just have an opportunity to make money from a perspective. So this was what we analyzed last week, and it went well. Price pulled into this range, and look at where it got to. So make some money from this last week. And let me take out this guy. The previous week was taken out. And of course, right here we have this look on the market. And if we look critically at this, we definitely see a bearish value gap zone right here above here. Okay, this is it looks too big. It looks too big a little bit. But if you look at it carefully, you will see that it's there. Actually, it's there. It's tiny, but we can't deny the fact that it's there. And that's about this 9 pips. So what will this look like? Will it be that the market will actually trade into this price range like this and sell further and do something like this to play this zone and blah, 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 yada, 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 like that? Is that what we're expecting? I'm not sure yet. I'm just waiting for the Monday to open. And let me see the candlestick for the Monday daily close, and then I can decide. But ideally, with that being said, this looks bearish actually, because we've created highs, we've created break of structure right here, and look at what the price is doing until when the price take out this level for me, when the price take out this level for me, just like here, when price take out this level and I have something like this, the price could not from here, I can now take sell comfortably, because right there I'm going to take that sell to this price level. Okay, I'm going to take the sell to this price level. It looks better for me that way. If the price breaks below this structure and it creates another lower low below it, lower high below it, then I'll be taking a sell from there, because of course this is a massive bullish momentum to the upside, and market has not really tapped into that. Can you see? So I did what about the entire bullish momentum we see on the higher time frame? Yeah, of course, it remains solid until market tends to do over otherwise. So basically, excuse me, I'm going to wait for the price to react or to play out before I react actually. So this is my outlook on Euro US dollar. If the price breaks below here and lower lows, lower highs below here, then I would be selling to this price level here. Otherwise, I will still be expecting the price to do a bit of buying into this price level, which is here, buy into this price level before it starts to sell. And of course, if it breaks below this level, just know that my bias remains the same. So without confusing you, I may be expecting the buy from here. So I just keep it simple. I may be expecting the buy from here. I may be expecting the market to buy into this range here and start to sell. Okay. And what will make me to sell more is exactly what I've analyzed here. Expecting it to break below this level, lower lows, lower highs, then jump into a sell. And this is the take profit level. And with that outcome, that will give you a rough estimate of about 100 pips, no matter what. Okay, that's on Euro US dollar. Let's go to the the Great Pounds USD. And last week, this guy did well. Okay, let me talk about it before we move on, so I can remove every other thing. So last week I expected it to move into this price level right here. I had its level, I had its own markup, and I saw this coming from here, and the market tapped into it. That's more than about 100 pips. It tapped into it, and what did we see? That was fantastic in the community, because we bought from here, and this was our target. So market tapped into it. And before we had that bearish momentum, yada, 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 yada. So it played out well, nicely well for last week, because we're in the community, we're talking about it all through. We reviewed this on Wednesday. I did that market review on Wednesday as well. So a weekly time frame outlook, let's see what we have on the Great Pounds US dollar. Let's see the bigger picture to start with. And this bias is what I had for some time now, expecting the liquidity to still be grabbing into this level. I don't know what will happen if the price gets here, if it breaks below it. Is it creating bearish momentum? Or whenever the price does that, or whenever the price breaks above it, it keeps on buying. I don't know yet, but this was just my outlook for some times now. So basically, I was not really looking at so much bearish momentum on this pair. But what we have right now, let's focus on it. So last week we had the break of previous high structure of the previous week high, which was here, right? So we had this last week, and currently the market closed below it. And with this outlook, therefore, what are we expecting? We may just be expecting the price to come into the weekly favor the gap zone right here. So the bias for the week looks a little bit looking more of higher probability now, because this is a weekly time frame, weekly favor the gap zone. Okay, this is a weekly fair value gap zone. So when you look at that now, let's go to the daily time frame and see what we have there. From there to where the price is about 132 pips. That's much, really much. So all of this price level, we had also had this range. Okay, at a point in time, this same level was used to tap liquidity for us. If you remember, sometimes ago, use this candlestick level. We use it for a demand zone to target a demand zone when the price was here. The market came into it just at the threshold of it, which is the encroachment, right? And market pullback. And we had a fantastic buy then. So there's no price level that is actually what to ignore, basically. So when you know what you're doing, you just focus on those things that work, and let's see how we can milk it from the markets with that. So basically, this is the weekly fair value gap zone. If we expect the price to push into this level before we see a buy, it's fine, fantastic, fine. But do we have anywhere we are having a liquidity that will prompt us to sell from right now? That should be the focus. Going to the 4-hour time frame, let's see what we have. And 4-hour time frame, let's see the bigger picture. If we cannot see it right here. I think that's possible. That was possible on higher time frame. But based on what we have here, let's focus on the current context of the market. Okay, what's going on currently? And where is the cake? And this is it right here. We have a price level here. A little bit of it. It's very tiny, but we can't deny that it's there. Okay, we cannot deny that it's there. This is a very fair value gap zone above this price level here. I'm not sure this is balanced. Let me check. Let me check again. I'm not sure it is balanced. It's not. It's not balanced. Okay. This is not a balanced price range. All right. This is not a balanced price range. So which means there is liquidity right here. It is very tiny, but of course, nothing is too tiny in the market when we look for opportunity. Okay. So we can expect this, of course, in the market. This is on 4-hour time frame. Let me zoom that out again. Let's see. Look at this. So we can expect this to happen, and we have more bearish momentum from there. So right here, we've seen how the market has clearly broke the previous structure. The high price level has been broken. The previous low has been taken out. The price went back to test below this, broke out again with doji candle, next with bearish candle. But then before I will have a fantastic sell opportunity right here that I'll be looking for, I will wait for this clean low, because what you see right here, everything here is just high highs, high lows, and the market has not really done what I'm expecting. If the price actually comes lower like this, create lower lows, lower highs, yes, of course, I'll be selling from there into the weekly fair value gap zone. Okay, so this is my outlook, anyways. This is just my outlook on this. So are we just be waiting for the price to react like this, or to react like this? So it means we can actually see a direct sell that will close just below this price level, just like this, create lower low, lower high, and trade straight into this price range. And if that should be happening, on EU we have about 100 pips. On these two we have about 100 pips on average. So basically, not to have it confused, like if it doesn't buy, I don't do that kind of analysis. If it doesn't buy, it we sell. If it doesn't sell, it we buy. No, I choose a bias. Okay, so let it be the market workout or it didn't play out. So I'm okay with the outcome. But for me, I'll be waiting for this. If the market comes here, I'll be selling. But if the market doesn't come here, or the market starts selling, whenever it sells and it breaks this low price level and it creates lower lows, lower highs, then I will be taking that for a sell right there. I'll be taking it for a sell. Do you get me? So just to make this a little bit more relatable with what we've done on the other guy. So something like this, anywhere from here, I'm taking a sell into this price range. And that will mean you make about 100 pips on average, or 90 thereabouts, into the weekly range, because the weekly range is also a very good significant level we should be expecting market reaction from. This is on Great Britain pounds US dollar, and let's go on with our analysis for let's see. I don't know which one I should take out, these or these. Okay, let me just take out this, but then I think I should take out the other one, but it doesn't matter. I share the two scenarios, and there's no way you're going to lose out of it anyways, because if you're going to sell, you start selling from here. If you're going to sell, or you wait to sell below here, that's the most important thing. If we go to a lower time frame, we may be able to analyze more and see more better entries for a lower time frame perspective. But then let's keep it simple and let's go. On AUD US dollar, before I go to the higher time frame or 4-hour time frame, I use this same level, this same candlestick price to match a level like this. Okay, so I use this to mark a level like this same candle here, right here. I use it to mark this entire zone, and this give about 1:10 risk reward ratio in the market. And look at that. The market was here when I marked that zone, and the market did about 90 something pips downward after doing that. So that means it did it higher. So I think it's from here. I know the price did about 90 something pips into this range and immediately tap into it with back and forth, played back and forth. It did about 128 pips. That's basically about 1:13% of risk reward ratio. Because if you look at that, our stop loss level here was about less than 10 pips or thereabouts. Yes, this is about 7 pips. This is about 7 pips. So even if you say this is 10 pips, the market did about 128 or 128 pips, so to say. That's close to 130 pips. On average, that's more than 1:10. Fantastic. So I can take out of this level now. I can move ahead. That's now a past glory. And don't forget that this guy ranges a lot. AUD US dollar ranges a lot. So all of the time, weeks, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, this has been a ranging market. I told you we can't do much with this outlook because this is ranging a lot. I don't trade this guy as much, but then there was a setup we saw on a lower time frame that was really looking good last week, and that's what I just deleted. So I'm not looking forward to this guy right now looking so much ranging. Let's go to the daily time frame. If we have an outlook on there, on the daily as well, we have so much range going on there. Just like this, we have this one going on, and that. So I'm not really looking forward to much thing here. Just that the higher time frame analysis I've made over time was expecting the price to do all of that and blah 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 to do this because of what has happened here, then to make it look clean. So completion of this leg right here is right here. Now we can expect gradually moving, just doing that movements, annoying movements back to the get here. Anyways, that's by the way. And let's see what opportunity we have here on the lower time frame, like 4-hour time frame. Are we selling or buying for this week? I don't know yet. Let me just check the market. Let's see if we have an opportunity there. This is a complete price range, all through. Lower price level taken out, ranging right there. There's not much because right here we have an opportunity to see a buy momentum, and it has invalidated by the price zone. It's closing above it. But how long would this buy with? Because this is a solid and strong bearish momentum. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And this body is not closing above any of the candles wick below it, before it. So I'll wait for more bearish candle or bullish candles rather to confirm this bullish momentum. And ideally, it seems it's going to break this level. There might be a gap at the opening of the market. Of course, that also will determine a lot about what we've been saying. So let's just keep our fingers crossed. I'm not taking any decision on this guy for now because it's not looking so clean. All right. We can still want to sell off right now because of what we're seeing in the market. So ideally, this level is not really looking so clean. I can just leave this guy. I can leave it for now. If you look at the market, saying it breaks through this level, unable to break back and blah 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 back and forth, and we wait here. Okay, that's also possible, but I need more information before I know what to do on this particular pair. And look at this 4-hour time frame, so busy, so much of a range. Can you see that? But when you look at the bigger picture, after the range or before the range, we had a fantastic movement, which was a sharp one to the upside. So is it that we can be expecting it to do all of this back and forth? Yeah, it's possible to. Depends on the fundamental we have. So let's keep that simple and let's see how the price reacts. Let's see what we have for the next couple of days, and we can talk more about AUD US dollar. But for now, not really much I want to talk about because it's much of a range. But during the week, if we have intraday opportunities, definitely I'm going to show up and I'm going to drop it. Okay, that being said, let's see what we have here. Let me see USD card. I'm not looking towards you. I'm not looking towards the guy. But last week we had something on it. I was expecting the price to sell down here because we've seen the momentum right there before now. We use that for a sell momentum, but we're waiting for the price to play out. So ideally on 4-hour time frame on USD card, I'm not waiting for it anyways. I was just expecting it to come into this price level before I pick up for a buy. So right now I'm not sure if the price will be doing that, but let's see how it goes. This is on 4-hour time frame though. And let's see the USD/JPY as well. USD/JPY is not really looking too bad. The bullish momentum is quite fantastic. It's very, very huge. And let's go to the item. And by the way, this guy has given us some good deal before now. He has given us a lot of money before now because we caught this market from here, from the outlook I made that one of those weeks, and that was about over 200 pips, average of 200 pips. And we rebooked that same level, this price level with this candlestick formation. I remember we rebooked it right here. I'm taking out this guy. This one right here. We booked it again when the price was above here, when the price was actually was shifting in structure. We were waiting for the price. It got in here again. The buy momentum, there's about 40 pips thereabouts. It was a fantastic one. You get, it was really a fantastic one. So the outlook we had before now that I was expecting is to wait for the price to get in here, and we started to look at it. Can you see that? So basically, let's go to the other time frame. And this, where the price is currently now, is where we've analyzed before, is where we've booked before now for fair value gap zone, where we're expecting the price to get into before it will react. And of course, we have another one at the top. And which one is the market going to react with? Okay, so let's keep all of that simple. Let's go to our time frame, just one touch, and we are off. Okay. On our time frame, we have a bullish momentum looking good because we've grabbed liquidity below here for some times now. That was sometimes in April, and we've seen all of that. Okay, so this is where we are currently. The price is actually showing a big rejection from the lower price level and more of bullish momentum. And the way it's looking, it's more like it's going to break out this favor the gap zone because the momentum is much and huge. And if that should be happening where we're expecting the price to get to, there's a price level here. And of course, we have another one below it. This one too. So from here, how many pips is that in the market? If you want to check, this is about 155 pips. That's too small for this guy. 388 pips. Okay, 380 pips. Okay, more like it. I believe that he can do this. Okay, I believe he can do this. So basically, this will remain a bullish bias for me on higher time frame perspective, USD JPY, because the liquidity has been grabbed before now, and lower lows, lower heighting, and ranging rejection candle, bullish one, AMA, area of value last week. So I have a lot of reasons I should be expecting more bullish momentum right here. And of course, fundamental can come and mess that up. I don't care. So what I look at right here is I've seen the market on daily time frame. It showed the beautiful momentum on a Friday, and it tapped into the weekly or into the 4-hour favorite gap zone, which was a bearish one. But then it's not looking like it's going to really retrace from that. But ideally, with this huge momentum, yes, we can see a lot going on in the market. The market can actually still jump and open above this level and head up to this price range, of course. Okay, so this is also possible that we see that in the market for this week. For our time frame, yeah, everything we said remain valid on it. We can be expecting the price not to really get out of here, but to splash it or to smash it to the upside based on higher time frame outlook. But in lower time frame outlook, yeah, it looks good because we have a lot of bearish, bullish. This is a liquidity run actually, yes. And to break this structure right there too, yes, we understand that. But of course, we need to see more clearly because we want to make more with confidence, without fear in the market. So you can see this I was taken out in the market, right? So what will it be? Will it be that the price will come back here and push again to the upside? That's if the price doesn't even something like this. Okay, this is also possible. That is if the price is not actually opening with a gap and opening right here, and you see something like this. Okay, so let's bear that in mind as well. Fundamental is really a big deal right this nowadays. It's really a big deal. So let's keep it simple. Let's do not over complicate it. All right, don't let us complicate it. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, JPY. What happened with this guy? JPY. See, okay, okay. There was a time I was looking for the sell, got here. Okay, actually, I was even looking for you to get to this price level. Oh, he's not doing that right now. Okay, so this can walk away. I don't need this one again. So basically, what are we seeing in the market now? So let me look at this. Just the 4-hour time frame alone, anyways. So of course, what we're seeing, looking at this right now, is giving a more bullish momentum, right? This was the previous high we had. So I'm wondering why this is forming around here, because we had the previous high level close to this level, and that's also a liquidity level, because it's also possible that the price actually do something like this and all of those things, right? But then there are so many factors that will determine that. So let's see. From here, we can actually expect the price to go lower, just like this. Expect the price to go lower right here. Okay, now expecting that, we think if the price can move this way too, because this is a bullish fair value gap zone right here. So we can expect a little bit of momentum into this price range, 42 pips, and from there the price moved. Okay, so we can wait for that to happen in the market, and you see that we can wait for this to happen in the market. So ideally, this is just what I have on the 4 time frame, and nothing really much on that. Gold, let me see, gold. Gold actually at this price level, I was expecting it to sell into this price range. It actually did and overdid it. It actually did and overdid it. And last week was a fantastic one for gold in a bearish momentum, and it sold well. You see, close to 700 pips right there. And then this is a price level I've marked before now for a long time now. Okay, this was a price level I've marked before now. So this is a 4 time frame on gold, and let's see what if the market actually just respect this zone. The market just tap into it and pull back, something like that. Maybe, maybe not, right? What if the price just move into that same price level, buy into it, and start selling again? Because this is also a very good one to look out for. Yes, which is only to probability though. But then we can see the price sell into this range because this is closer. Grab liquidity, push back up, and sell down here. This is a contest, right? This is the daily range we have here now, the lower price level, the higher price level we have here right now. Okay, so when we look at that from this perspective, it's possible the price just do this before you start thinking of buying or selling again. This is also very possible. This is for our time frame on gold. On daily time frame, where do we get the bias from? We have a fantastic bearish momentum. It's still looking very bearish. The way it's looking right now is looking bearish in the market, and most likely it might actually still break it out because everything we had there was range. There is no significant level. The fair value gap zone we should be expecting a buy has been tapped into, so it has been mitigated. And with that break of structure right there, if this level is taken out, then we can even expect more bearish momentum because the way it's looking, yeah, investors losing confidence in investing in gold right now because of what's going on. But from all of this, fundamental has a huge role to play with that. Okay, fundamental has a huge role to play with that. So if the dollar DXY is going bullish and Donald Trump says something positive about dollar, then of course we can expect that people to dump gold a little and move back into their treasury bills and all of that in the US. So this is also very, very possible. All right. If DXY will be stronger, then gold will be selling. Can expect all of this outlook in the market. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. This is where I'll be stopping. I hope this will be helpful, and I wish you a very good week ahead of you through proper risk management. Do have a wonderful week ahead of you. Bye for now.